What's up, YouTube? Soup.tv here with another edition. Actually, this is part 2. Wonderful background we have here. It's a bunch of school buses. It goes with the basis of the story I'm about to tell. I wish I could have just went to the high school and got on campus and showed you some specific places of this story, but a few years after I graduated, they knocked down our school, which was one of the very first high schools out here in Las Vegas, Rancho High School, but they knocked it down. They built a totally new one, and now I have a disconnect with the new one because there's nothing there that reminds me of anything I went through, experience. So it's a lot of just memory now.
Gotta say,
Soup production.
Yeah. So later on in high school, I was surrounded by a lot of Asians, a lot of Asian females, a lot of Asian dudes. Made friends, chit-chatted here and there throughout the hallways. It was fun, It was a little bit of a culture shock, but I enjoyed it. So I wasn't nervous, scared, intimidated, nothing like that. One of the very first people of Asian descent, he was actually Filipino and Cuban. He moved up here from Miami, did his senior year. But Andy Alvarez was one of the first people I actually became friends with, did a lot of talking to. Andy Alvarez and Jimmy Hatsody. They were both in my Physics 1 class, which that class was a fucking joke. But yeah, man, we sat next to each other. We had a couple common interests. The main one was music, and then there was video games. Now that physics class was a complete joke. It was like the teacher lived his life like he had better things to do while he was there. For example, I and everybody else had an A in that class for most of the whole semester. Now he graded on a curve, so everybody having an A was fucking awesome, right? However, nobody did any work. No worksheets, no book work, no homework, no projects, no physics really. I'm not even sure we knew how fast gravity worked. But until about the last quarter of that semester, 11th grade for me, there was this one lady, one girl. She sat on the other side of the classroom, so I don't know her name. It just worked out that way, but she decided she would turn in her work. I'm talking all homework, any worksheets, etc., etc. So one day, the grades get posted, and somebody's like, "What?" We go to look, and we all have F's, D's, and then there's this one A. We look at her in disgust, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know what? She's not an overachiever because she did what she was supposed to do. Maybe turned it in late, and then we're just sitting here bullshitting, so whatever. Eventually, I caught up and got a passing grade and moved on, but still didn't learn anything. But anyways, when I first met Jimmy, this is when headphones were allowed in school, at our school, and I would let him listen to certain music. Andy would let him listen to certain music, and he would dance in his seat but he would scream the lyrics "Nah, move, you move, just like that.
I'll be there, we see me, just call me, we see me down.
Usually somebody would hum or whatever, so that was funny. But over the next few years, after graduation, Jimmy, I don't know, he found it upon himself to make sure a lot of us alumni stuck together. So he always threw these kickbacks at parties. He had a couple at his house, a few at hotels like the Sahara before it turned into the SLS. And where was that other one? Palms Place over by the Palms. So that was fun. It was pretty upscale. Some people dressed up, wearing nice shirts and shit, but it was cool. The one at the Sahara was funner because he brought strippers that time, and that was amazing. Speaking of Jimmy's parties, I made a montage video. I'll put the link in the description, and if I forget, make sure you hit me in the comments and ask for it. Besides Jimmy, one of the coolest Asian homeboys I do have, shout out to my other Rancho alumni, there were the Asian girls. And the most memorable Asian who deserved a trophy was one named Jackie. Jackie. Now she was very plain. She was about 5'2", nice frame, long black hair. She had a little bit of acne popping up, but who gives a shit? I mean, we're in high school. But there was one thing from the right angle. This little, beautiful Asian girl had the ass of a goddess. Now, if you were a black girl at Rancho, it was competition for some of you. Sorry to say it. White girls wasn't popping up with cakes like they are now, but Jackie, if she would ever give me the time of day besides just talking in the hallways and saying, hey, cracking jokes, she probably could have had me bowing down, kissing her feet, and other extracurricular activities after school. So I just want to take this moment to say hi, Jackie. All right, so this is Soup.tv. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, man. It's humid as shit out here, so I'm going to leave. Matter of fact, I got to go catch my bus. Peace.